back, babies. It's your girl AJ. What's good? If you are new, welcome in. My name is Alexandra. I'm the owner of AJ Unique Creations LLC. What make your dreams reality? I'm gonna take the vision that's in the back of your head that may sound crazy to others. I'm gonna bring that vision to life, you guys. I create nothing to something that doesn't exist. I'm gonna make it an actual product that you can hold in your hand. I make things that's unique, different, and bold. And when you walk into a room, baby, you looking good. You get what I'm saying? Listen, you guys. 2026 is coming and baby is here. It's knocking at your door. Bang, bang, open up. You heard what I said? It said bang, bang, open up. I'm here. 2026. And one thing I want everybody to be on 2026 is standing on business. You get what I'm saying? It's time to make money. It's time to actually build them brands. It's time to do that side hustle that you've been dreaming about and you got in the back of your head. It's time to actually see the vision that you're talking about. It's time to bring that vision to life. I'm that person on your shoulder. That's me. That say, get up, get up, get up, get up. That's me. I'm that little angel right there. Listen, 2026 is here. There's no running. There's no turning around and saying, bye, I don't want to see you. No, honeys. It's time to actually put on them big girl pants, the big men pants, step in them boots. Put the heels on. It's time to get to work, okay? Listen, 2026 is here. And let me tell you one thing that's never going out of business. Vinyl cutters. Vinyl cutters is so essential to any business. I'm going to always have one in my office. You want to know why? Because you can make t-shirts, literally thank you cards. You can make business cards. You can make stickers, vinyl decals, party favors, chip bags, juice boxes. You can do cake toppers. We on 9 things already. Vinyl cutters is something essential that you need in your everyday work life. From making shirts that cost $25, because that's how much you could sell it for, to $30, front, back, t-shirt, purses, whatever. Think beyond that little box that you guys are stuck in. We are thinking beyond that. Today I'm going to show you right now why vinyl cutters are something that you need in your household or what you need in your small business. Today we'll be making a t-shirt. We're going to make a branded logo t-shirt from my brand. Because one thing about me, when I walk anywhere, honey, I want you to look at me and say, who that is? What brand that is? Oh, that's my brand, baby. I ain't Gucci, honey. I'm AJ. You get me? You need to walk around with your brand on. You need to stand tall, honey. Because at the end of the day, you are the face of your brand. So today we'll be making a branded logo t-shirt. I got a white shirt here because I never did my logo on a white shirt. Usually we do tan black, but I didn't do white before. So we're going to do a red and gold on here to represent my brand because it's time to update some photo pictures, honey. It's time to get branded, okay? 2026, we walking around branded. We are walking around branded. It's time to own who we are, own the brand, be the face of the brand. Listen, it's time. I'm telling y'all need that person to tell you, that's me. Get up. Get up now. Get to work. Okay? I'm gonna do it every day. All right, so we'll be making a t-shirt. On top of t-shirts, you guys, we're also gonna be making thank you cards. And listen when I tell you, we're gonna be using a vinyl cutter to do all of this today. We're making thank you cards from home. High quality thank you cards from the comfort of my home. That spare bedroom that I got, that I done turned into an office, that living room space. We're going to make some thank you cards. And I promise you when they done, you can be like, girl, you made it at home? Yes, honey. I give Canva quality. You get me? So this is the brand I'll be using. This is the koala paper. This is what I use for my thank you cards when it comes down to doing any thank you cards, you guys. Koala, they have the 61 pounds and 69. Always get 61 or 69. You want the thickness, okay? We're also going to be making logo stickers. Did you hear me? We're going to be making logo stickers from home. I know for a fact when you run out, what you do? Order it. And what you wait a week? Honey, ain't no waiting. If you buy a pack of the vinyl stickers, I actually got this from Amazon. This is, I don't know how to pronounce. I'm going to just show you guys because I can't pronounce it. This is the brand right here. Buy a pack. Usually it's like 50 or 100 in there. Run out of stickers. Make it at home. We do it at home. I'm going to show you right now why in 2026, y'all heard that? I said that weird. 2026, ooh, that rhymes. Oh God, we are here. It's crazy. Time is flying. Why you need a vinyl cutter in your business. Why you need a vinyl cutter in your everyday life. Because, honeys, Stop thinking in that little box of just doing t-shirts. Vinyl cutters are so essential to any business. Forget all of these machines that cost $1,000 something. Start off like I did with a vinyl cutter that cost me roughly $200-300 in the heat press. Stop thinking that you need to have everything that somebody else has. When I started my business, I started with a Cricut Explorer Air 2 from that little corner in my living room. It wasn't even my office. It was literally the couch, me, the balcony. I'm going to tell you guys, I started off then, and if anything, the only thing I tell myself now is I wish I would have started off quicker than what I thought, because I kept pushing it off. I kept saying, wait till after I have my baby. Wait till after I do this. I kept pushing it off. I didn't know the right time. I wish I would have started way long ago, because right now, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. I've truly found something where I feel like I have a purpose. And I want so many people to feel that every single day. So with that being said, you guys, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell and let's go ahead and get started making some magic, babies. Y'all probably will not believe me if I told you guys that this wall is actually one of my favorite walls in my whole entire office, just because of the colors. All of these colors are just amazing, from the glitter to the matte to the regular vinyl, and also just the mix of patterns. It's a beautiful wall to look at. So my colors are red, gold, and black, depending on what I'm doing. Usually the black is the background, or if I'm going for a simple look, I'll just do black. But today we're going to go ahead and do some gold. So I'm going to go with the old gold. Now the old gold is my favorite because it doesn't look so bright or yellowish. So this is it right here. This is the old gold. So it's not so bright. It's kind of more of a subtle look, and I want something that's elevated at the same time look business, versus looking too much of you're doing too much and you need to bring it down and tone it down. You get what I'm saying? We don't want anything that's too kiddish and you know it's custom. I want something that look like it was printed that way. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about all of that. So we got our glitter here. Even though my logo don't have glitter, this is more for me. When I walk into a room, you know my brand when you see me. We have the old gold glitter from HTV Run. And I'm going to pair it with this red. Now this is, if I'm not mistaken, like a ruby red, and this is from Tech Wrap. So this is the red I'm going to pair it with, and I think it's going to go so well together. And we're going to do it on a white shirt, so that way it kind of fits in. I wanted to do it on black shirt, but I'm like, you know, I got a lot of black. Let's mix it up with some white. So these are the two colors we're going to use for our logo t-shirt, using these two vinyls. Let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so we have our vinyl. Like I said, I'm using old gold because I'm doing the size medium. I'm probably going to do 11 by 8, but we are doing two different colors. So let me figure out what size I need for the gold. The gold is 6 wide by 8 for the height. My cutting mat is gone, so I'm going to be using the Cricut mat to kind of tell me the sizing I need for it. Let me go ahead and lift this up. I'm actually push it back some. So 6 by 8. The mat does have numbers on it, so I'm just using that to do what I need. Okay, we can bring it down some more. And this is just the gold part. The only thing when it comes down, whenever you're doing vinyl, you do have to cut each one separate to actually do each one. Is basically layers, and you have to have an SVG file. We are basically doing layers. That's what we're doing. So normally if you see a shirt that got like 10 different colors and they saying they did it with vinyl, then you are doing a multi-layer vinyl design. I'm going to use my blue painter's tape to hold it down. Those does take time, and honestly it takes practice. I'm not going to lie to you. Now if you are new to vinyl, shiny side, the pretty side, is going to face down. The glossy side should be facing down because you want to mirror your design. As you saw when I did do the design, I got my logo. My logo was a PNG file, and I turned it to an SVG file using Silhouette software, not Silhouette software, but using the Caesar software. And basically what I did was make a built-in cut for it. So a cut contour, so that way it can cut around. Turn it into SVG. I did that inside the app. Now, if you don't want to use their app, you can also do Silhouette Business Edition. I have that too. That's usually how I make my SVG files. and just save it and save it as an SVG file and send it over. I'm going to go ahead and load it up. So we're going to have to do the gold first, and then we have to do the red after. Technically, it won't be a layer design because honestly, we're not layering anything on top of each other. We're just pressing two different designs, well, two different vinyls. So if anything, you're more of just pressing multiple times. But because we are doing vinyl, usually when you're pressing multiple times, I recommend just doing about 10 seconds instead of 15. So that way it has time to cool and you're not overheating your vinyl. And if you are wondering, overheating your vinyl is not good. It can mess up everything because you may heat it too bad, like too much, and now it's like looking nasty, it look melted. So you don't want to overheat your vinyl ever. When it do come down to vinyl cutting, you do have to make sure that the design is actually cutting. Sometimes it can be hard to make sure. So usually if you look at it, honestly, you could tell if it cut or not. Because if it did not cut, I recommend not taking it off. Because if you take it off, you may end up messing it up. If you take it off and you want to put it back on to reposition it so that way it can cut, now guess what? It may cut off completely wrong. I always recommend looking while you're doing it to make sure that it cut the right way. So what I'm going to do is just rub my hand across. I can feel where it cut at, and now I'm just going to go ahead and bring it out. If I messed up, I'm just going to have to basically get a whole new vinyl and reload it. I'm going to be using my weeding, what is this, weeding pick, weeding tool. Never actually understood the name of it. Going to take this blue painter's tape off, put it to the side for my other one. And I'm just going to weed. Now, I did cut this down to size, so I'm not going to stress about any extra vinyl. Usually, I would say save it, but I cut it down to size. Vinyl can get a little bit expensive sometimes. Ooh, look at that. This kind of takes me back to when I first started. And when I first started, like how much I enjoyed it. I could have cut the middle part, but like in the beginning when you first start and you watching all of this stuff come to life, this right here is taking me back to that moment. Because weeding is so relaxing. You can sit here, put on your good movie. Sometimes you can actually play some music and just relax. But I love this part right here when you just peeling all of it off and you slowly seeing that design come to life. This is why I love it. This is why I love what I do. The little things like this. Sometimes it is about making the customer happy, but we forget to actually enjoy what we're doing. And vinyl always reminds me of that. Because this is really taking something that's on your computer screen and turning it into something else. And you're watching it before your eyes become something else. No one could change that. And that's the truth. I don't care what anyone says. No one can change that feeling from doing this part. Even with the DTF or all of the extra stuff that's out now, vinyl, it's going to always be a part of my business. Like, yeah, you could print it out, call it a day, but at the same time, really peeling that design off of that film, watching it actually become a design. This is actually like, look, it was just all glitter just now. And now it's becoming like an actual design. That's what people don't understand. This is now becoming like an actual design. And to think like, oh, how do y'all even make this? I be wondering all them questions like, oh my gosh, how did they make vinyl? Like, how did y'all go about making this to actually get cut like this? Like, them questions like ever cross your head. Like, I think beyond the little things, I'm always thinking about that. Like, how did this become this? How did they make this? What did they do to actually get this to be a product? Like, how, like, what is this on? I think about all of that. And I just be curious, like, how did this happen? How did they do it? What did they do? Did they do this? How? Like, how? Those are the questions I be sitting here asking when I'm doing this. Look at this. She looks so good. This was literally nothing besides some glitter on some film. Now this is cool. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not the nail girly. Y'all know me. I'm not the girl that like, oh, let's go get our nails done. Let's go to Fashion Nova and go get me a new outfit. I'm that girl that probably is like, let's go get a vinyl cutter right now. That's who I am. I'm that girl that's like, let's go get that vinyl cutter, y'all. That's me. I'm the one that's going to convince you to do it. It's like, all right, you want to do it? Let's go. That is who I am. I'm the one that actually want to make something that you can actually physically wear or see again and feel good about it. Because one thing about it, I'm gonna rock this shirt. It's my brand. I made it. And that feeling when somebody asks you who made that, girl, I did. Girl, I did. Now what? I did it. You can't beat that. I don't care what nobody say. No one could ever take that one away from me. Like, who did that? Me? Me? Who did it? Me. What now? I did it. Yeah, don't, like, 2026, y'all, stand on business. I'm telling y'all, stand on that business. Because this right here, look at that. Look at the shine. Look at the glitter. This is beautiful. I can't wait to put this on a shirt. All right, let's hurry up, y'all. Let's like, come on, we're getting excited today. All right, we just got red to do, and that's it. Red is just creations. So the AJ and not creations. Red is unique. That is 10 by 4. I'm using the Tech Wrap Craft Vinyl. It's like a ruby red. Y'all, I don't know what them kids out there doing. 10 by 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I rearranged this whole office. That's the reason why everything looks different. This color is so pretty. Like, this is a pretty color. And this is just creation. So honestly, y'all, this is probably going to take about, what, 5 minutes to print? Now, because this is not glitter. Usually when you're doing glitter vinyl, you kind of want to cut up the blade depth. But we're not doing glitter for this one. I don't think we need to cut the blade depth up like to 70 something because we don't want it to cut through the film either. All right, go ahead and load it up. Now, yes, you can tape down them sides. This is why I said my mat is not sticky, okay? It's not sticky. She's not a sticky mat. But at the end of the day, she works, honey. She works. I do have mats sitting on the side that's literally hanging up. Y'all ain't using things yet. I literally would use this to where it got a hole in it. Before I get a new one, it got to have a hole in it. And then I'm going to actually get a new mat off the wall. The thing is, y'all, it's actually, like I said, they sitting on the wall. But nope, I'm still going to use her. Because, honey, she still get the job done. Like, why do I have to get something new? She gets the job done. No one get nothing new. She is working perfectly fine. I'm going to change the force to 66. I don't think it needs to be that, like, deep. Make sure your design is mirrored and go ahead and send it. So the red is loaded up. Now, with the Caesar Juliet, it doesn't actually tell you a time, but it does show you the time as it goes, basically like a little bit of a clock, but it doesn't have a time on it with numbers. But it is at about 80% from me looking at it, if you get what I'm saying. I play too much, y'all, because I'm looking like I don't got no time, but it shows you. It just don't, like, you know, says 80%, 90. You just see a line going around and let you know it's almost done. Oh, it's done. I play too much. Now, you could look at it and you could see if it did cut. That's the part where I'm talking about. You could literally see if it cut or not by just looking at it. Listen, we are about to make a shirt. And it took how long for the vinyl to cut? Because honestly, we're done. We already cut the vinyl. Next is thank you cards and stickers. But we already cut the vinyl. And in total, I would say for both vinyls, 5 minutes. Like, it really didn't take long at all. And all we have to do is press it. So you can go get a shirt from Michael's, Hobby Lobby. You can even get them from Walmart. Y'all, Walmart have shirts too. That was weird. Walmart have shirts too, so you can get them from Walmart also. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this down. This is always my favorite part. This right here. And what I like to do usually is I would take the glitter and lay it on top so I can actually see the vision come together. This ruby like red is, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This red is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and heat up my heat press. I will be using the HTV Run Auto Heat Press too. Y'all, that's my go-to heat press. I love that heat press down. You don't even have to use a heat press, you guys. You can get a handheld heat press. You can get a handheld mini heat presses. So if you don't have a space, I'm telling y'all, if you need to start vinyl cutter, a mini heat press, handheld, mini one, whatever, it would get the job done and you can start actually making an extra income. Because I'm not gonna lie, 2026, it's like you need them side hustles now. Whatever you do think that you can do, whatever you have been thinking about, do it, because this world is getting expensive and expensive, and at the same time you want to be able to afford everything around here. Why not, you know, invest in yourself so that way you can actually make a profit out of it. There's many ways to invest in yourself, even if you don't want to do, you know, craft, like a craft business. You can do anything you put your mind to. That's what I want. Like, at the end of the day, like I said, you don't have to run a craft business, but one thing I want people to take from my videos is you can do whatever you put your mind to. I always tell my kids that, like, when I grew up, the word I can't, it was like a bad word in my house. And it's like, you know, you're probably looking like, why? Like, it's not a cuss word, because like my grandma used to say, you automatically telling yourself that you can't do something before even trying. So you're giving up before you actually see if you like it or not. You're giving up before you give the chance to say, oh, you know what? I actually like it. That's just like trying new food. Try it one time. Like, why not? One time? That's why I'd be recommending people to go to libraries, because you have some libraries that have free laser machines, free vinyl cutters. See if that's actually what you like. Like, test it out. Take that one-on-one class to see if this is something that you think you need in your life. Like, you just don't know. So I don't want to hear I can't from anyone. Like, you used to say that in my house, boy, it's like, you think you're going to get a whooping. It's not a whooping, but you're getting yelled at. You know why? Because I can't feel like you gave up before you tried. And I don't want no one to give up before actually trying to see if that's something that they like. Like, how can you give up on something that you never did before? How can you give up on something that you never in your life actually tried at all? Because we're going to take this little design, this little logo, something so simple with 2 things of vinyl that took us about 10 minutes. Honestly, not even 10, 5 minutes to make. Press it onto the shirt and get a branded t-shirt that you could sell for $25 to $30 just for the front. And this is just vinyl. And I know for a fact the colors look good. It looks awesome. Let's press it on the shirt and let's see how good it's going to come out. Can we make a professional t-shirt at home? All right, it's time to take this plain white tee. It's a Gildan soft style medium. So we're going to take this plain white t-shirt and we're going to turn it into a logo t-shirt that usually you could sell for about $25 to $30, just depending on your marketing. You could sell it for probably $30 at max. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the shirt underneath my heat press. This is the HTV Run Auto Heat Press 2. My go-to, like, loves. I love this thing hands down. Now I'm going to lint roll my shirt. Even though it's white and I don't see anything on there, you always want to lint roll because sometimes you can have some particles you don't know. You don't want to heat press it directly into the fabric of the shirt because sometimes it can stay on there. lint roll and do a pre-press of just 5 seconds. I have my heat press set at 320 Fahrenheit, 20 seconds, 170 pounds. 170 pounds usually stay on my heat press. I don't actually change that at all. Alrighty, she's good to go. Why do I name everything she? Do you guys name everything she? I don't know why. I think that's a habit of mine. I name everything she. Alrighty, I'm going to do a pre-press. I will use parchment paper just to make sure, because this is a white shirt. You can burn it a little bit. We don't want that to happen. So just doing a pre-press of 5 seconds. Alrighty, pre-press. Actually, no. Let's do that first. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and press the green button because it's just a pre-press. It's literally just 5 seconds. We do not want to overheat the white shirt because white can turn yellow when you put too much heat on it. So now it's done. What I'm going to do is actually get my t-shirt ruler. This t-shirt ruler I did get from Heat Trends Warehouse. Not Heat Trends Warehouse, HTV Run. I'm sorry. This is a t-shirt ruler that got adult, youth, taller, infant, and also V-neck. It's one of my favorites to use when it comes down to doing shirts because it's a multi-use. I don't have to sit here and get a whole different t-shirt ruler. Alrighty. She's good to go. Alright, so we're going to take the design. The first thing I will do is place her on there. I don't know why. Is it me or do you guys say her for things too? I think it's just me. I'm going to place it on here so that way I can actually see how it looks. See if I like the placement because this is my shirt and it's for me. I could kind of place it wherever I, please to. I'm not going to stress about the extra glitter that's left behind. The only thing I will stress about is the glitter that is probably meant to be left on the shirt that will stay. But the extra glitter I'm not going to stress anything about. Now for my design, I want it to be more of a chest design versus all the way down below. That's why I didn't make it so large or anything like that. Now I can actually not slice, but cut the gold so that way I can make the logo a little bit bigger. I'm going to go ahead and trim this down some. And I am doing 2 presses. I'm going to try my best to do 2 presses and not do 3. I'm going to first find my placement that I want the unique to be at because the unique is the middle part of the whole design. I'm finding the placement that I want that to be at first and making sure it is centered because Creations is off a little bit because it goes off to the side. So unique is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do in the middle of the eye as my center. That's how I like to do it. So I'm doing it in the middle of the eye. I can bring it up some more because AJ is going to come down. These are things you have to think about when you're doing the shirt. You need to make sure it's not too far from the neckline and not too close to the neckline because now when somebody's looking at the shirt, it's like tucked into their neck. You don't ever want the design to be tucked into somebody's neck. So it's important to understand the placement and make sure it's centered. Make sure the design is not underneath that neck. So if you was bigger, it doesn't roll into your neck. But making sure it also lines up from the center of your arm. These are things to consider whenever you're doing a shirt. So this is the placement. I like how everything is. Knowing me, I always do this. Even though I placed it there, I will go in. For some reason, and always move the main part of the design. I'm going to bring it right here because I know AJ is going to go up there. And I'm going to press the red part first, the unique one. And I'm still going to put parchment paper on top of it because I do not want to burn the shirt. I will press this for about 15 seconds just because we are going to be doing a gold layer too. Alrighty. Bring it out, bring it out, bring it out. So usually you want to let the design cool down a little bit. Now you can do what I do. I usually take a glove or so and kind of get some of the heat out. Depending on the vinyl that you're using, it's either a cold peel or it can be a hot peel. Normally if you're doing like metallic vinyl, then you want to do a cold peel because you want to let it sit or you will ruin the metallic part of it. And if you're doing glitter, usually I can do like a hot peel on that. But usually a cold to medium peel is recommended. But I am a hot pilly girly. I'm sorry to tell y'all that some people don't like it. Sorry. Ooh. This red. Oh my gosh. If I would have had some red puff vinyl. Oh, that looks so good. It's like a ruby red, like matte. She looks amazing. She looks good. Alright, so it's time to do the last part. The last part is the gold glitter. It's time to do it. And after that, we will be done. Oh, she's pretty. In total, what? You spend about 5. In total, we'll say 10 minutes just doing the shirt. Took us 10 minutes to do this shirt. I'm going to actually cut this down a little bit more. In total, 10 minutes to do this whole shirt. From cutting, weeding, and pressing, 10 minutes. You heard what I just said, right? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. If this was a customer, I just made $25 in 10 minutes. Not even an hour, 10 minutes. I'm going to trim this down. Trim this down also. This gold is so pretty. I'm actually going to bring the AJ up some more. I feel like it looks better if I bring it up a little bit more. So I'm going to do that. Okay. I think that looks good. I did bring that over some. I'm going to bring Creations over some too. One thing about the AJ and Creations, I feel like I can make the design bigger or smaller by cutting it apart. Not cutting it apart, but, you know, trimming it up and actually moving it over. And now it's time to press. I'm going to press this for 320 Fahrenheit for the full 20 seconds because that final press would be probably 3 seconds or so afterwards. We do not want to overheat the vinyl at all. Once you overheat it, honeys, let me just say y'all, it doesn't look the same no more. You will literally see like rows in the vinyl when you could tell that it has been overheated or it's just been overpressed too many times. That's one tricky thing about working with vinyl. But honeys, listen, once that vinyl press and it actually becomes something on a shirt, not even a shirt, when you put it on a window, a decal, whatever, it comes to life. Because we just took a plain shirt that was worth $3-4 bucks, even sometimes $2 if you get it from Walmart, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm dropping them gems. I'm telling y'all where to get it from. To Walmart for $2. You can get it from Hobby Lobby. You can go to Michael's, get it on sale, get it like probably 3 or 4. It's like 50% off. Don't matter where you get it from, but you can always take something so simple and turn it into a branded product. I just made myself a logo shirt with a white shirt I had in my closet. I probably bought a while ago. If I didn't, I probably was going to hand it to my husband to wear. Just like clothes is something we need. And I definitely think being able to actually customize it is a great thing to do. You can make money off of the simplest things. It's literally putting somebody's logo on their shirt because you always need to be branded. And I talk about branding so much because it's so important and a lot of people forget about it. Branding will make your business because if you're not branding your business, how can you market your business when it's time to post? How can you actually promote yourself if you don't have a brand or identity that represents your brand? A lot of times people go, you know, call me by AJ because that's my brand. I am AJ. I am the face of the brand and I want that from everybody that's starting a business. I just showed you guys today how to make 3 things using a vinyl cutter when you can make way more than that. I just showed you like the simplest things to get started. So if you don't want to do t-shirts, you can do thank you cards, you can do stickers. It doesn't matter. And then they get up and do it. All right, this is the best part, is the peel. Definitely for that gold. I love some gold glitter. Now this is old gold, you guys. If you are interested in this gold, it's called old gold. I like the old gold because it's not as bright as the regular gold and it doesn't get off like, you know, just kiddish vibes to me, because you can have like a bright color where it's like, I know you made that from your spare bedroom, you made that in your living room, in that kitchen, dining room. So you need to think of colors like that when you want to actually brand somebody products, to think of colors that actually will represent like a business, and they got it done from Canva. They got it done from a legitimate business. You get what I'm saying? So think about them colors and how they play with things. All right, this is the final press. We are done. We just made a branded logo t-shirt. Yes, listen, look at it, look at it, it look good. Look at that glitter. See what I mean? Like, it's not too much, but you know it's like it's there. Basically, it's a subtle glitter. I love it. Yes, love it. We just took a plain white tee and made it worth $25. Yes, that glitter is so subtle. I didn't want it to be too much. Was like that look like it looked bad. You get what I'm saying? Because glitter can turn your business going down because it look like you ain't legit. But it came out very good. I love the way it looks. All right, you guys. It is time to print the thank you cards. This is the paper I use. This is the Koala paper inkjet glossy photo paper. I'm using the 61 pounds. If I'm not using 61, I'd be using like 69. Those are like my go-to when it comes down to the weight of my paper. Anything lighter than that, I feel like would not actually work as a thank you card. And I know you're looking like, AJ, you using glossy photo paper. Yeah, y'all heard what I said. I have been making professional thank you cards from the comfort of my home literally for about a year now. All I use is my Koala glossy photo paper and my silhouette cutting machine to actually cut the prints out. I'm going to go ahead and send my design over from my laptop. You are able to make professional thank you cards, stickers, labels from your house. Did you hear what I just said? We're making professional grade thank you cards. You don't have to run a Canva, because guess what? That day that you're running out of thank you cards and you don't want to send an order out without that thank you card to let that customer know you appreciate them, what you're going to do? Are you going to hold off on the order until you receive it? No. When I'm out of thank you cards and I need to get an order out, you know what I do? I will literally pull this paper out and put it in my machine and cut it. That's what I'm saying. Vinyl cutters are still important to have even in 2026. I know we see so much of DTF, the DTF stickers, UV this, UV that. Yes, you guys, it's amazing to have the machines, but let's be real, do you need it? When I started my business, I started with a Cricut Explore Air 2, and it was the black version. I remember it because it was matte black, baby. It was so pretty, and I sold it. Actually, I sold it back in probably 2023, I believe, before I actually started upgrading and liking other things. But no matter which way, even like to this day, I own about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vinyl cutters. Yes, you guys, I have the Caesar, the Locklet eye crab. Even still to this day, I still have my silhouette, my cameo. Listen, vinyl cutters is essential. So I keep them because you never know. One break, I could literally pull out the next one. I make all my thank you cards, my stickers, my labels. You can literally label your packaging. You have to think beyond the simple things. I use them when I'm doing laser work and I have to make a QR code. There's so much you can do with a vinyl cutter, and I'm telling y'all now, if you thought about it and you've been looking at it and you want to invest in the one, but you're looking like, is that still worth it in 2026? I'm here to tell you yes. Yes, it is. It's still worth it. You can still use it, even for the vinyl decals that go on the wall. I have made probably 2 to 3 this year that goes on the door for someone. They are still worth it, you guys. And I don't care how many machines come out here. Nothing's ever going to beat that glitter that you cut on that vinyl machine. Nothing's going to beat that. Nothing's going to beat we in the vinyl to actually see the product come to life. This is truly taking something from the laptop and making it into an actual product. You're taking something that you see the vision of on a laptop, a screen in front of you, because it's not an actual product, and you're physically making that a product. I'm telling you guys, vinyl cutters are still important to have. Even if you don't use it for yourself, You can make thank you cards for other businesses out there that don't want to support Canva. And no shame to Canva, you guys. I have a Canva plan, okay? I do love me some Canva. But I'm just saying, we could save money other ways and yet still support other brands. Even if you don't want to support nobody, you can save money by making your own thank you cards. You sell hair, you can make the tags that go in the hair literally from home with a vinyl cutter and a hole puncher. Yeah, you could do so much with it. I think a lot of times people forget that. Even rhinestones. Listen, nothing's going to ever change my opinion that a vinyl cutter is very essential in a small business. Not even a small business, even a big business. If you're doing t-shirts, not everybody want the graphic tees. You probably want that puff vinyl. You want that puff, the glitter that actually is a glitter when you look at it and it's just not a picture of it. Because I promise you, those two look very different, okay? They look completely different. Vinyl cutters are amazing to have. So we're going to make some thank you cards because I need to restock on my thank you cards. Like I told you guys, I have been making my thank you cards for about a year now by myself, using my vinyl cutter and also using my EcoSync 2400. Look at the colors on this. The colors are beautiful. Look at that. You cannot tell me the colors don't pop. You can't say they don't pop. Like I said, I usually use around 61 to 69 pounds of the photo paper from Koala. Now, even though I use that, when you actually like hold it in your hand, I promise you guys, it feels just like a cardstock paper. That's why I truly love using Koala paper versus regular cardstock, because it doesn't give that gloss that you want. And now if you want to do like a front and back, they also have front and back glossy cardstock, and they also sell the photo paper front and back too. I'm just letting you guys know what I love to use, and it is the Koala photo paper glossy honeys. The shine, the glitter, literally on here I do have my QR code, so you are able to scan it and go to my website to leave a review. I try to always incorporate these in all of my packaging because it is branding. The simplest things go a long way to represent you, show your love, and be thankful for every order that you get. You can't forget where you started from. All right, she's done. In total, I would say it took about 3 minutes to print this. Literally, I can make about 3 on each sheet. Sometimes I could do 4, depending on the sizing. But honestly, we can knock out 100 in literally probably an hour or 2. But look at these colors. Do y'all see that? You can hear the thickness. It's not flimsy, okay? I'm telling you guys, making thank you cards at home, stickers, t-shirts, it's going to take your business to the next level when it comes down to actually branding your business or somebody else's business. All right, you guys, we are actually about done for today. It is time to do the stickers. So for my stickers, I usually order off of Amazon. Now, this is the printable vinyl stickers. Yes, you guys, waterproof. You can literally put it underneath water and it will not come off. You think I'm lying? I done tested it out a couple times. This is the gloss. Usually when it comes down to doing stickers, I love gloss. As you guys can see, I love gloss for the thank you cards. I love it for the stickers. I don't know why. The gloss look better than the matte vinyl for me. I'm just in love with the glossy look at the end of the day. I'm a glossy girl, and it's just that. Like, we're glossy over here, okay? When it comes down to printing the stickers, usually I would do paper type as premium photo paper, glossy, and quality high. That is all I do. Because we're doing stickers, we're not doing vinyl. Even though it says vinyl stickers, we're not really doing vinyl. So we do not want to mirror anything at all. Now, some people say they have problems when it comes down to doing glossy. I don't know why. I cannot answer why. Like I told you guys, I haven't had an issue with it. Usually a lot of times I could put my paper in my machine and it would just print. There's no problems. This is the EcoSync 2400. I have had this one, like I told you, for about at least 2 years, I believe. And it works. Like, I may not be able to see the string physically and tell y'all what it says, like the EcoSync 2800 or the 4700. But when it comes down to them colors, it will deliver, okay? I use this machine for the party favors, everything. And I'm always using that glossy photo paper, glossy cardstock, whatever. I'm using glossy. I don't know why the colors are more vibrant to me. It shows I just love a glossy look over everything else. Okay, y'all? Don't beat me up in the comments. I know some people like they mad. Some people like this. I'm a glossy girl and you can't change it, okay? You cannot. So we are making stickers right now. So roughly I have about 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 12 stickers on here. Depending on the size, though, if I were to offer this to a customer, your size determine how much you get. So usually you do go by the sheets. If I can get 12 on there, then you're lucky, because at the same time, you don't need that many. Some people want 12. Some people order 100. Honestly, you can do this in the house. That's what I want everybody to take away from this. If you are in the craft business or you're looking to start, and like I said, you know, you don't have to put yourself in a box. You don't ever have to put yourself in a box, because you guys, you can do the t-shirts, you can do the vinyl decals, you can honestly just do card decals too. It depends on what you're going for. You do not have to offer t-shirts, stickers, thank you cards. If you are looking to be like a graphic designer and you want to offer the products to people after you make their designs, you can just be a print shop too. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so much that you can do with a vinyl cutter. You can do t-shirts. You can do only t-shirts, or you can do vinyl decals. You can do all of it, or you can just choose one to do. But you can do so much with just one simple machine. So if you ever thought about starting that t-shirt business or that print shop from home, and you just looking like, okay, I need to have this 3D printer, or I need to have the DTF printer to actually be good at doing t-shirts. No, you do not. You do not. We made a logo t-shirt with just vinyl. And when you look at it, honeys, I know for a fact it looks way better than what you think in your mind. It doesn't look like this was made in somebody's house. And at the end of the day, that's what we go for. We go for that look where it doesn't look like you made it in your living room or you made it in your bedroom. You could take that gilding, literally that tag off, and I promise you, they won't know where it came from. You could literally act like you done made this whole entire shirt. You can change so much with one machine. If you were to start your business in 2026, even for me, if I were to start my business in 2026, you know what you need. Honestly, you could start that business with a vinyl cutter, a laptop, and a heat press. And you know why? Because the vinyl cutter can do the t-shirt, it can do the stickers, it can do the thank you card, it can do puff, it can do rhinestones, it can do party favors, chip bags, juices. You can make hair tags with it. You can make labels. You can make labels for hair products. You can do paper crafts. You can do, you know, thank you cards. You can do literally the birthday cards. You can do the envelopes. You can do all of this with a vinyl cutter. That's what I want y'all to understand. We are actually about done. I would say in total, it been what? 3, 4 minutes? Honestly, we're just going to round it up. Let's just say 5 minutes. 5 minutes to print out 12 stickers. 5 minutes to print out 3 thank you cards. Honestly, it can be roughly 4 minutes. We're walking away and coming back. When you think about this, you can sell thank you cards. If you compare it, for example, compare it to Canva, where you probably get 50 for roughly, and this is a guess, you guys, I don't know, I'm not on Canva, I'm not looking at a website, get 50 for like 30, 40 bucks. Plus shipping. Shipping is like another $8, and if you need a rush fee because you need to deliver now, then let's say 40. And that's, you know, me guessing the price. When you can make it at home and you could buy the paper alone, you're roughly looking at $20 for 100 sheets. Do y'all see that color? You see that gloss? And sometimes when you order for Canva, sometimes the black is not black. Sometimes it don't look good. You look like I should have had a sample given to me first. Look at that. You see that shine? Baby. Like I said, this came from my spare bedroom in my house that I turned into an office right now. Let's go ahead and cut it. All right, you guys. I will be using my Caesar Juliet vinyl cutter. You do not have to have a Caesar Juliet for this. You can use your Cricut. You can use your lock lid. I will also be using my Cricut mat. Yes, your Cricut mat does work with your Caesar Juliet. Now, y'all know me and my mats. Honey, I have had these mats for a couple years. So we got our blue painter's tape because on these, I need to tape this thing down. So I'm going to go ahead and load up my sticker paper. As you guys can see, look at the colors on here. So this arrow is where your machine starts at. So this Caesar Juliet does start at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it sideways so that way I can load up my paper on here. I'm going to put it all the way to the edge at the bottom at that 12 mark. And like I told you guys, my mat is not sticky, okay? I don't want to hear nobody talking about it. Because I know everybody mats ain't sticky no more. And let me just tell you something. Over time, mats add up, okay? You know, I'm not going to keep buying a mat when I know I'm going to keep using it for something and it's going to be sticky. It's like, it's not going to be sticky no more, probably after 10 cuts. So we're going to go ahead and put that blue painter's tape on there. Blue painter's tape lives in my house, y'all. Like, I have it up here on the wall. So this is how it looks. You're going to start your... basically, what is a machine head? You're going to start it at the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and load it up. For me, honestly, I just lift from the back just because I feel like it's a little bit faster. Just slide it on in, make sure the mat is down below, and then I can start it. I'm going to use the arrows to make sure I bring the machine head down to the triangle. Bring it over some more. Now, the reason I love the Caesar Juliet is just because it has a camera built in, unlike, you know, the Cricut and also the lock lid. That's why I truly love it. Now, when it comes down to settings, because I'm going to do it cut, I'm going to go ahead and go to my cut settings. You can change it physically on the Caesar Juliet. Literally, I can change it right in here in this display. Cut speed is a 4 because we're doing paper. I'm going to leave it at 72 so that way I could get a clean cut. I usually like a clean drop is what I call it. And I'm going to go ahead and send it. So if the machine doesn't read the line, all it's going to do is let you know it doesn't see it. Usually it will move to adjust so that way it can actually cut. Look at it go. Y'all hear that? I don't know why. Let me know if it's y'all too. I love to hear the machine, like the machine sound. I just love to hear it run. I could see that these logo stickers drop. They're done. And when I tell y'all, I have been making stickers. Oh my God, I've been making my stickers since I first got my machine. That Cricut I started with. Listen to that go. She's a beauty. Look at these colors. Do not play and don't, like, just don't underestimate yourself and what you can do. Listen, I'm telling you guys, if I were to sell these, I would have made probably like $5 off of this one sticker sheet of 12 stickers from my house. And all I did was grab a pack of paper that I already have in here, and I have been sitting around. Like, literally, it just have been sitting around for this whole entire time. Look at that. This is the best part. I love it because it just let me know. That's why I said I want it to literally drop out. I want everything to drop. I don't want to have to get anything. Do y'all see that? She's a beauty. She's a beauty. She's pretty. Literally, we just made stickers at home. We made all of these stickers from the comfort of our house. All right, you guys, my custom stickers are done. I use these stickers when it comes down to packing up my orders, just branding my bags, or sometimes I would actually put it in the order for customers so that way they can have fun. Just like when you order something, you receive stickers. Sometimes I think it's cool because you show how much you care for your business when it comes down to branding, that you do take the extra step to have branded stickers. You guys, look at that gloss. Look at it. It's so shiny. This is why I always do like a 70 for my cuts because it literally just drop out. Dirty. Look at it. We just made 12 stickers at home. And I could sell this sticker, literally the whole entire sticker paper, for about $5, sometimes even $4. And all I did was grab a pack that I already have at home that comes in 100. 100 comes in a pack. And I just sold one sheet for about $4 to $5. And the whole thing cost $20. From my home. From the extra bedroom in my house. Look at that. And you remove it. Now you got a sticker that you literally could stick anywhere if you need to. Usually I would stick it on my poly mailers as I'm packing it out. Or shipping it out. I'm sorry, packing it out. That make no sense. As I'm shipping it out. Literally. So if I run out, I can literally just load up another sheet that would take me about 5 to 10 minutes to make. And I have 12 stickers in that time period. Listen, stop playing, y'all. I'm dropping the gems. I'm dropping them now. I am dropping them. Let's go ahead. Look at that. It's a clean circle, clean cut. Like I said, compared to other people out there, and I'm not going to keep naming them names, but you could order online and you could wait that week to get it. Or you can make it at home. If you would have had a vinyl cutter, you could make this at home. Look at that. Oh, look at that purple. Like, these are perfect circles. They're cut perfectly. Yes. Oh, baby. Branding is on T. One thing I will always recommend is always branding yourself. And definitely with the new year coming in, how do you expect people to remember who you are if you can't brand your own self? I'm going to always say it. If you could walk around with Gucci, you could walk around with your brand. You can. Like, come on now. Stop playing and get on the trend. So, is vinyl still around? Is vinyl cutter still around? Is they still worth that price? I'm here to tell you, it is, honey. It is. Yes. All right, you guys. I'll be using the Caesar Juliet vinyl cutter machine. We will be cutting out my thank you cards that I made using my EcoTank 2400 and Koala photo paper. Glossy. Do y'all see those colors? Listen, one thing about me, y'all should know by now, I love me a good vibrant color print. When it comes down to detail prints, vinyl, whatever, that glossy look is all I need. We're using our Cricut cutting mat. Yes, it doesn't stick anymore, but it's okay. You know why? We got a handy dandy blue painter's tape. I have rows of them. Y'all know I love me some blue painter's tape. I literally stick by this thing. Like, I have rows of these things. I don't play. I use it for everything. I use it for laser, vinyl. I use it to actually kind of get the lining on the shirt when I'm doing embroidery. I do not play. I use this thing for everything. We're going to go ahead and put it at the top. Why I'm using blue painter's tape? Because my mat is not sticking no more. So, you guys understand? That's what I thought. So, we're going to go ahead and line it up from the bottom. Because with the Caesar Juliet, it does start at the bottom. It's almost like an industrial vinyl cutter compared to a lot of those versus an in-home one. So, it's great to actually start the business off with. Because you can cut a little bit more because you can actually change the blade depth. It's more like the industrial ones. Now, do you need this one? No, you do not. Just want y'all to know that you do not need it. I'm going to go ahead and lift up the back so I could just honestly slide it in. You do not have to do it this way. You could just literally slide it in. But this is the way that I kind of like doing. I feel like it's quicker versus pressing a button to go up, down, up, down. Now I can just slide it in. Go ahead and make sure it lines up at the bottom with the arrow. That's why they give you the arrow. People forget sometimes. That's why they give it to you. Now, this Caesar Juliet does have a camera built in, and it helps when coming out to recognizing the black bold lines. I'm going to go ahead and send the design from my Caesar Leonardo Design Studio. That's how you pronounce it, I believe. This is the favorite part. Whenever your machine actually reads what you're doing, I love it no matter what. When it actually reads what I'm cutting and you can actually do it. Listen to that sound. It sounds beautiful. I have made t-shirts, stickers, party favorites, graduation fans, vinyl decals. You name it, I made it. And I have made it actually using the Caesar. That's what I'm saying. These vinyl cutters going to be in my life for the rest of my life. Okay? As long as I'm in bit. Wait, is done. Dang, that was kind of fast. Oh, y'all ready for that drop? Oh, that's the best part. It cracks. It literally is cracking. Look at that. Now, I did put a QR code on here. And yes, y'all, the QR code does work. Look at the colors. Look at that gloss. We made this for the comfort of our extra bedroom in this house. Look at that. And this is actually almost the normal size of thank you cards. And it doesn't sound flimsy or anything like that. It actually has a little bit of weight to it. You can literally hand this to somebody. It doesn't have anything on the back. And you could do front and back if you like. I recommend getting the glossy front and back from Koala, but this works for me. Yes. Brandon on cue. Brandon on point. Yes, baby, you can say nothing. We are branded, branded, branded. 2026, we are stepping in the room, and when you look at us, you know who we is. You know the brand. That's the idea. All right, you guys, we are done. We use one machine to actually make 3 different things. We use our Caesar Juliet to make thank you cards, stickers, and also a branded t-shirt. When I tell you right now that you need a vinyl cutter in 2026, do not get me wrong. Listen, vinyl cutters are amazing for any business, or if you thought about getting started into the craft world, vinyl cutter is that first thing to buy. It doesn't have to be a Caesar. It could be a Caesar Juliet. It can be a Cricut. It could be a Cameo, a Brother, whatever. I'm that person. I'm that little angel on their shoulder that's telling you, do it. 2026 is about side hustles, and making them side hustles are 9 to 5. We don't have to keep clocking in for somebody else. Literally, in this extra little spare bedroom in my room, and this is a 3-bedroom house, well, apartment, you guys. This spare bedroom, I just sat here and made 3 things that you would normally go to Canva or even Jiffy's or whatever, you name it, and get done. I did it in my little bedroom under an hour. Yeah, you heard what I said. We just made a branded t-shirt, and honeys, it looks good. We made a branded t-shirt that looked like I got it done, printed from somebody, and I got it done and shipped to me in our room, in this little office. On top of making just a t-shirt, we also was able to make thank you cards. You guys are always ordering, and I know for a fact you guys order thank you cards. I literally designed it myself and printed it at home. That right there, it hits different. I literally designed it at home and printed it at home, baby. That, just saying that right there, it hits different. I did it literally at home. Everything was made by me, from the design, the idea, me. I did this. And on top of that, we also was able to make branded stickers. So that way, when you are shipping out your orders, you are branding your business. You are showcasing how much you love your business. You're showcasing how much you put into your brand. Listen, 2026, we're standing on business. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you don't miss another video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Wait, I will see you guys next year. Oh my gosh. I'll see you guys in 2026. Bye.